President Trump wants to send seniors a $2,000 check before the end of the year. The president made the announcement today on a Truth Social post. And here's the announcement that was covered by Fox 4 tariff dividend. What Trump is again saying about a possible 2025 stimulus check. Now, I know a lot of seniors have been waiting for a stimulus check this year. This is going to happen before the end of the year, according to the president. And I'm going to show you the Truth Social post that the president issued today talking about this. He said, "People who that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation and a record stock market. 401,000, our highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down our enormous debt. 37 trillion record investment in the USA. Plants and factories going up all over the place, and here is the big announcement. And I'm going to get this out of your way. It says a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. This is today, November the 9th, at 8:25 a.m. The president posted this, so I wanted to bring this to your attention and talk about it. My name is Wami. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance topics that affect seniors and their retirement and their benefits. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor. Go into the comments and let me know your city and your state, because I like to know where you guys are watching my channel from. And if you've been watching this channel for a while now, welcome back. I am glad you're here. Thank you for your support. We have a ton to cover, and I want to give you some background here. This is not the first time the president has been talking about a stimulus check for 2025. This is actually the third time. So let me walk you through where we've been so that you can understand that this is serious and it's not something that just came out of the blue. There's been history to this. So back in July of this year, the president floated the idea that he was going to send a $600 stimulus check, right? And this is what he said in July. So Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri then introduced a legislation in Congress and the Senate to do just that. So let me walk you through that. It says, today, U.S. Senator Josh Hawley introduced the American Worker Rebate Act legislation that would send rebate checks to working Americans, following the historic revenue écrou through President Trump's tariff policy. So this is all happening because of the record amount of money that the administration has collected from tariffs. So in July, the president said he wanted to do a $600 rebate. And so Josh Hawley drafted legislation to do just that. And look at this. It says the United States has now a record monthly tariff revenue, which nearly reached $30 billion in June. Several projections suggest the United States could see over $150 billion in tariff revenue alone. So the American Worker Rebate Act will provide a tariff rebate check to each American worker and family for $600. It goes to everybody, including seniors, including those on disability, including those on SSI and SSDI. Sorry about that. And so that was what Josh Hawley did. And he actually wrote legislation in the Senate designed to do exactly that. Here is the legislation. Let me make sure that I can show it to you. So he not only did a press release, but he actually wrote legislation. Here it is. It is the 119th Congress, and it says to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to provide rebate to individuals using tariff proceeds. So that was the first indication that the president wanted to do this. He has said that. And then the legislation was drafted. And then a few months after, the president came back and said he was going to do a $1,000 or a $2,000 rebate. So you can see now we're moving from, a $1,000 stimulus, right? We're moving from a $1,000 stimulus that the president has talked about like a $600 stimulus. Sorry. We're moving from a $600 stimulus to now the president is floating the idea of either doing a $1,000 stimulus or a $2,000 stimulus. So that came during the fall where the president increased the amount of the stimulus to a $1,000 or $2,000. So that happened a few months ago, and I report on that. I did a whole video on that, letting you know that the president has not only gone back to the idea, but he has increased the amount of money you're going to get. So that was that. And then now he has even gone even further. Now we are in a different territory where he wants to do a $2,000 check to everybody. I'm going to explain that to you in a second how that works. In the meantime, guys, if you want to stay on top of all this breaking news, join thousands of seniors that are getting text messages from me, 1 or 2 text messages a week, telling you about what you should know, and most importantly, how the news is going to affect your retirement and your benefit. Text the word insider to 4432 930080. It's a free text service. You join my text club and I send you 1 or 2 text messages a week, letting you know about breaking news and updates, anything in and out of Congress that you should learn about. So that is the number you see on your screen. Now, let's go to today's announcement in detail. So I'm going to share with you, let me see, I think NBC News had a coverage about it. So let's talk about it. Let's see here. Yes, there we go. So NBC News, Trump floats giving Americans cash for healthcare and tariff dividends. Administration officials expressed caution around that idea, saying there were no formal proposals sent to Congress, but the president is bent on doing it. So here is President Trump. President Trump this weekend floated directly paying Americans for their health care and giving out. So those are 2 separate issues. Giving out $2,000 dividend from tariff revenue. Ideas that the administration officials later said were not formal proposals being sent to the Senate. But the president wrote, as I showed you, that he wanted to do this, and this is the 3rd time that he's talked about this. And so why is the president saying this? Well, it's because he knows that inflation has affected a lot of people and that a lot of people are struggling. And so a way for him to make it up to the American people and help American people, especially seniors out who got a $56 Social Security cost of living adjustment that a lot of seniors are mad about, is to give this $2,000 stimulus check from the tariff revenue money that the administration now has coming in that can be used to do this. And so how is this going to work? How is the $2,000 stimulus going to work for everybody? Well, the president said that he was going to have them issued directly to the American people before, I want to emphasize this, before the end of the year. So that is the hottest proposal right now. That and because it's President Trump, you know, if he wants to push this through, Congress is going to happen. If the president wants a $2,000 stimulus before the end of the year, I can guarantee that it's going to happen. Why do I say that? Because of his track record. Look at the big, beautiful bill. A lot of people thought it wasn't going to happen, and they made it happen. So if President Trump says he wants to send everybody $2,000, including seniors and those on disability, everyone, they didn't exclude anybody, $2,000 similar before the end of the year. As you saw in that report that I shared with you earlier, it didn't say 2026. It said 2025. Right here, it says tariff dividend. What Trump is again saying about a possible 2025 stimulus check. So guys, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Do you believe the president when he said he wants to send a $2,000 stimulus? Or do you think this is just another teaser that is going to hype everybody up and then let everybody down? What do you think? I think, in my opinion, if he's serious about it, he's going to get it. You know, because, and as I told you, I am not into the politics of anything. Into who wants to help seniors, who wants to put seniors first, who wants to improve the life of seniors, who wants to make sure that Social Security and Medicare and other benefits that seniors care about are protected. Those are the things that I follow. And when I saw this today, I knew that is going to help seniors tremendously, especially given what is happening with COLA, cost of living adjustment, and what is happening with SNAP benefits. This will bring tremendous relief going into the holiday season for a lot of seniors who feel left behind and they have never been able to get ahead. So let me know in the comments what you think. In addition to this, right? Senate Democrats have also proposed giving seniors a $200 increase for 6 months next year. So press the president wants to do this before the end of the year. And then the Senate Democrats are also proposing specifically to help seniors on Social Security. Seniors on disability, on veterans benefits, a $200 increase. So that just came out, and here it is. So it says Senate Democrats introduced bill to expand Social Security Veterans Affairs benefit. So it is going to be called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. It will increase your benefit by $200 a month for 6 months. Why is it temporary? Well, I think it is targeted at helping seniors who are disappointed by the Social Security cost of living adjustment get more money. And so it says in the wake of a recent announcement that there will only be a 2.8% 8% cost of living adjustment for 2026. Just an additional $56 per month on average. A group of Senate Democrats recently introduced the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act, which will expand Social Security and Veterans Affairs benefits by $200 a month for 6 months. And what they were complaining about is that if the president is able to find $40 billion to give Argentina relief, then the president can find money to give seniors a $200 increase for 6 months. Well, the president wants to give them a tariff rebate. And so that is what is happening. Now, this despite polling from recent data showing that the proposal, this $200 proposal, is overwhelming popular across party lines with support of 82% of Democrats, 81% of independents, and 84% of Republicans. As the Social Security Expansion Act will provide relief to Americans living on fixed income, providing a $200 emergency increase to Social Security checks until July 19, 2026. It supports all Title II Social Security beneficiaries, Supplemental Security Income beneficiaries, Railroad Retirement beneficiaries, Veterans Disability Compensation, and Veterans Pension benefits. So that is another relief that is coming in January, assuming that they get bipartisan support on this. So what is the point of all this? It means that there's a lot of help coming. So I think that regardless going into the first quarter, the president wants to do something before the end of the year, and the Democrats want to do something next year. It looks like there's a lot of help coming the way of seniors. So let me know what you think in the comments. And I am going to end by talking about Medicare as usual, because we are in open enrollment. So you're going to hear me talk about Medicare almost every single day, because I am still on my mission to help 100,000 seniors during this open enrollment get better Medicare plan due to all the changes that are happening. And why is that? Because my job is to educate you on that and give you support and resources that can help you make better choices about your Medicare. Because let's face it, 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan, and there are 24,000 plans out there to sort through. But there's been so many changes that have been happening in the news, it is very hard to keep up. And so that's why we've partnered with Chapter Medicare. Why? Because Chapra is not like the other Medicare advisory companies that get you on the phone and then they try to sell you a specific plan or push you in a specific direction. Chapter wants to show you all the options that are available to you in your area, explain to you all the changes that have happened. So whether you want to move from Original Medicare to Medicare Advantage or Medicare Advantage to Original Medicare, or whether you want to improve or, your Medigap plan on Original Medicare, whether you want to see if you're in the best Medicare plan, or if you're on Medicare Advantage, how do you get the best plan for you? There's so many changes that have happened, and here's the thing. Over 3,000 of our viewers have already gone to Chapter to get that peace of mind that I'm talking about with Medicare. What does it mean to achieve peace of mind about Medicare? It means that during this open enrollment season, if you want to be one of the 100,000 people that I'm helping, it means that you have done one thing for yourself. You've compared your plan to everything that's available in your area and that the plan that you are going with fits your budget. You've considered the total cost, not just the premium, but the out-of-pocket cost, deductibles, maximum benefits, and that it covers your prescription drugs and you can afford it. And it has the provider networks that you need, your doctors, the hospitals that you need to be in, especially. And so that's what I call peace of mind about Medicare. So check to see if you're in the right plan and get unbiased opinion about what's available to you and help you switch to a better plan. That is what Chapter is going to do for you. So give them a call today. It's Sunday. They're open. They're taking calls on the weekends, and it's probably easier to get through during the weekend anyway. But call them today, 539-205-2147. And if you rather they call you, go to askchapter.org/insider, and you can fill out a form. It takes a minute, and they will call you back. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to go into this open enrollment season when it ends and not have at least reviewed your current plan and compared it to all plans available to you, and have the peace of mind that you have the best plan that meets your needs. So give Chapter a call today, and if you like what you heard today, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments at all about what I covered, let me know in the comment section. If you call Chapter and they have helped you, let me also know in the comments because we want everybody to know how good of a resource these guys are because I know some of you are skeptical. You think it's just another Medicare advisory company. They're not. These guys are unbiased and it's free, and that's why I work with them. So give them a call today, and I'll see you in another video tomorrow.